Welcome to the Bridgton Beacon. We're going to take you back in time for some breaking news from 100 years ago. This is from the front page of the Bridgton Evening News, Saturday, August 9, 1924. Visiting fruit men continue their tour. Subtitled Big Peach Crop This Year. Not so many late apples, authorities say, at Emma Roberts' farm yesterday. C. Fleming Stanger of Glassboro was host to the 300 fruit growers who continued their tour from Bridgeton on Thursday on a 2-day inspection journey through South Jersey's magnificent fruit belt. Besides the members of the Pomological Society, many of the state members joined in with the party. Tourists found prospects of a big Jersey peach crop, while late apples will not be so plentiful as they usually are. Early peaches, growers said, are bringing better prices than a year ago when the markets were glutted. Roadside markets with a single transaction between grower and consumer were advocated by the president of the American Pomological Society, Paul C. Stark, in one of his addresses for the improvement in marketing and distribution. The visiting fruit men who left Kentucky on July 15th on a 5,000-mile trip through 17 states had another interesting session yesterday at the Emma Roberts farm at Moorestown. The program was as follows. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Emma Roberts. Some experiments with fruits in New York. Professor H.B. Tukey, Geneva, New York. Some factors in fruit setting and dropping. Professor N.A. Blake, New Brunswick. Latest facts on the Japanese beetle. Dr. T.J. Headley, New Brunswick. Special report of the marketing committees. Joseph Barton, Chairman, Marlton. The plant disease situation in 1924. Dr. William H. Martin, New Brunswick. The tour continued through Camden and Burlington counties yesterday. Has mumps. Edwin McGraw went home this morning with an attack of the mumps. His 2 children have had them, and now the Bridgeton Post Office is shy one of its faithful officials. Dahlia Show. The monthly meeting of the Bridgton Dahlia Association will be held Monday evening at 8 o'clock in the parlors of Commercial Hotel. Members are requested to bring any dahlia blooms they may have for the association members' show. Blooms will be divided into classes and voted upon by the members. A larder, as described in the following story, is what you would have used in the 1920s before refrigeration. It's essentially a piece of furniture where you would store meats in fat to preserve them. Headline: Jersey Devil raids larder. Pajama-clad volunteers flee as it pokes face into mess tent. Former Marine reports midnight prowler was collie dog with a white face. Pittman, August 9th. How even the Jersey Devil could stand the heat of the last few days has surprised those who've previously been able to track his satanic majesty only when there was snow on the ground. No less a personage than he, however, has been blamed for breaking up a merry camping party of girl reserves from Philadelphia along the shore of placid Alcyon Lake. Girl campers first began to miss eatables from their commissary department. A whole ham disappeared one night and another followed it the next night. The fair campers found no tracks about the tents in the mornings. volunteers flee. Then the bravest of the campers decided to stand guard at night in the mess tent. As they dozed around midnight, they were aroused by the stirring of a tent flap. A white face and shining eyes could be made out at the tent opening in the pale moonlight and mist. Shrieks aroused the rest of the camp. There was a pattering of bare feet and a scampering of pajama-clad figures along the lake shore. They moved towards the nearest point of civilization, the cottage of Councilman Henry Mockett. There the campers found refuge for the rest of the night. A visit to their camp, again by broad daylight, showed that the larder had been pillaged. Wide-eyed girls told Police Captain Wright of a strange figure that had been prowling about their camp. They said the prowler was disguised as a devil. The dapper police captain, who was formerly with the Marines, hitched up his Tom Brown belt an extra notch. For 2 nights, the campers slept undisturbed in the lake cottage while the gallant police captain stood guard over their tents and tried to trap the Jersey Devil or any other prowler. Captain Wright made his report. "I found," he said, 2 collie dogs nosing around the food tent after dark. One of the dogs had a white face. Announcement. Many friends, both men and women, have urged me to become a candidate for the office of county clerk, and subject to the approval of the Democratic voters at the ensuing primary on September 23rd next, I have permitted the use of my name. I take this step at the insistent demand which comes from every part of the county, and feel a grateful appreciation for the generous support. Your support is solicited. Frank F. Wallace. Dated August 8th, 1924. Paid for by Frank F. Wallace. Fine residence for sale. My residence, formerly the Henry Graham property, number 237 East Commerce Street, can be bought at private sale. Condition of the house is A number 1. Hardwood, hot water, heat, electric lighting, new garage for 2 cars. James Bowers. 1924 Hudson Speedster. Nearly new. Will sell at big bargain. Elwell's Garage.